record.
All right, and then I start the video thing, and then fuck. I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Boom! Look at that. I'm a professional.
Yeah.
And then we gotta do the clap. I'll count it down because last time yours was so desynced, it was crazy. You ready?
Yep.
So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and you clap just after 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Perfect.
All right.
Are your titties rock hard or are they soft?
Hard as fuck, man.
All right, and welcome to the Boys Only Cast, the only podcast where Curtis's titties are hard as fuck.
Well, what can I say?
As always, interrupting me is Curtis, and
Yeah, that's what I do.
I'm Devin, and there's no Mikey today. He is he died.
No, he's actually here. He's right here. Ah, Michael. There
Why is he like a southerner? I'm Michael.
I didn't know what voice to do. So I did
I'm
that.
Michael.
Ah, Michael.
Wow.
No, it's more like, hey, how's it going?
No.
Talk about supers.
Why is his voice so deep though? His voice is definitely not that deep.
No, it's not. It's hard to imitate people's voices.
Are you sure? Maybe you're just bad at imitating.
Yeah, I kind of am actually. But that's the thing. There's some people that I'm like, man, I'm really good at imitating, and then I do the voice, and it just sounds like every other voice I do, and I'm just like, oh shit.
Because you're ass at voices.
I guess so. I used to think I was pretty good at it, but I was not.
Let me hear your Kremet.
Yeah, you pull pork sandwich, please.
What does it sound like? You're trying to touch a child or something? You're like, yeah, come here,
Why
kitty. Come here, kitty.
Kermit the Frog. See, I'm not very good at voices.
Because you got to pull it right to the back of your throat.
Kermit the Frog. That doesn't sound like Kermit anymore.
Implying it did.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you trying to fuck Miss Piggy right in the ass there, bud?
Oh God.
That's my pulled pork right there.
Oh,
I'm about to pull that pork all night.
Oh shit, Kermit.
It's Kremet now.
Oh.
My name is Kremet the Forg.
Kermit the Frog. No one gives any of the other characters any love, though.
No.
Like,
Miss Piggy's a bitch.
Nobody does the Fozzie Bear impression.
I can't remember Fozzie Bear.
Neither can I. I said that and then I tried to think of his voice and I just couldn't think about it. So, just goes to show you.
I remember one line from, what is it, The Animal? Or is it just Animal?
The drummer, Animal, yeah.
Yeah. On the Christmas one, he went, ho, 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 give me presents.
Oh.
Or something like that. It was like, Merry Christmas, give me presents.
Oh, okay.
That's
the thing with the Muppets, the Muppets that really disappointed me is anytime you go to the theater, you see that shitty like Facebook FaceTime commercial with the Muppets in it, and that really just hurts me to watch that. You know, it hurts.
When I saw it, I at first when that ad was starting, I thought it was a commercial for like a new movie or something.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, Facebook.
And it's just like, what the fuck?
It just nobody cares about Facebook.
But just something about doing that with the Muppets, it just that was painful to me.
Honestly, I can't remember anything else with the Muppets. I just know Kermit.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, I never watched any like movies or media with the Muppets in it. I just love the character of Kermit. I don't know why. I just big Kermit fan.
Isn't Kermit in
Sesame Street?
Yeah. I don't know why that was just like racking my brain for some reason. I couldn't.
No, he's in like I think he's in like the movie or something. And
yeah. Well, there's the ABCs thing where it's like the little girl keeps going like ABC Cookie Monster, and they made the meme where he just jumps off fucking Kermit jumps off a roof.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. I think I know what you mean.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't I mean, obviously, when you're a kid, you watch Sesame Street, but I definitely have no nostalgic memories of any specific part of Sesame Street.
I don't think I
Like,
ever watched Sesame Street. I think I just played like some shitty point and click Windows 98 game.
oh, I read the books more because at my Moomoo's house, she had all the Sesame Street books. So, like, those are more memorable to me than the actual show itself is.
I never learned how to read. Why did you have to flex on me like that?
I'm flexing my ability to read.
You're like, haha, dumbhead, don't know how to read.
Yeah, you can't read, you big doofus.
Wow. Okay, wow. Pulling out
Sorry.
pulling out the big guns here.
Yeah, doofus is a very charged term.
Yeah, like Dr. Doofensmirk.
Dr. Doofenheimer.
What? Doofenheimer?
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong.
On today's episode of the podcast, we have no new Cheaper by the Dozen news to report.
I have new Cheaper by the Dozen news.
What?
Yeah, I have some. I found it in the depths of the internet, and there's no new news.
Oh, fuck.
Onto the deepest parts of the internet and found nothing.
My anticipation was just like, you got me so excited, and now I have to cry.
Are you telling me you've never been on cheaperbythedozennews.gov?
.gov, just so you can check like every day, and then every day you get like a news story. There is no new news today.
Yeah, who was doing it? The Australian government is running, even though I don't think they would use .gov, but whatever. .gov.au.
Yeah, that sounds a little more legitimate, doesn't it?
The more dots you put on it, the more legit it seems.
The more scary it seems. I mean,
you're telling me cheaper.by.dozen.gov.au.com.biz is not trustworthy to you?
I don't know. I'm just saying, not to say that there's some trust issues here, but like I have a problem with it.
Wow.
Personally,
I would be on that website immediately if I saw it.
Fair enough. I don't blame you. So, have you watched anything exciting this week?
I watched like 4 episodes of Naruto.
Yeah, I mean,
that's about it.
In terms of like a shonen show, 4 episodes is basically like hardly any plot.
I skipped one of them too because it was a filler episode.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of shows like that, especially the ones that are 100+ episodes, in 4 episodes they usually barely do anything.
Yeah, I just didn't have. Well, I was catching up on a bunch of like YouTube videos this week, so
yeah.
Gotta watch my Achievement Hunter.
Oh yes,
because me big fanboy of Achievement Hunter. Definitely not wearing one of their shirts right now.
I can't even say anything because I never watch Rooster Teeth. So I
that's a lie. You've watched at least one video at some point in your life.
Well, in 2012, I tried watching Red versus Blue, and I think I watched a few of the seasons when they were still doing it like in Halo 1 and blacking out parts of the screen, like when they're doing it really lo-fi like that.
Oh, okay.
But I never found it funny. It never really appealed to me in terms of humor.
Are you telling me when you played Xbox, you didn't look up an achievement guide? Ever? I find that hard to believe.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe I watched something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
That's how I like refound them, was Halo 3 ODST achievement guides.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, Halo 3 was the only game on the 360 that I got all the achievements in. That's the only one that I tried as well. Although I wanted to get them all in Halo Reach, but there's a lot of DLC specific ones.
Yeah.
And by the time I started playing the game, you couldn't get matches on DLC and maps very often.
And Halo Reach is kind of like, it's not bad, but it's kind of obnoxious sometimes.
Well, I loved Halo Reach's multiplayer. I had a lot of fun with it, but yeah, there's certain achievements that were just like, how the fuck am I gonna get this?
Yeah.
There was one achievement, and I never got it. It was you have to be on a certain map, and you have to be the last player to be unaffected and infected.
in like hindsight, or not hindsight, in theory that would seem super easy. Like anyone can look at that and go, I could do that.
But it's on a DLC map. So
yeah.
you have to get an infected game on this DLC map, and that's very hard to do because there wasn't DLC specific playlists. At least when I was playing Reach, so you couldn't just be on that map. You know,
maybe you could. Maybe you just didn't know.
Maybe if I just played a little more.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. I said I just wasn't dedicated enough, man.
I remember playing when Master Chief Collection came out. I had to like go. I think I had to go to the bathroom or something, so I just like hid in a corner and ran away. And I got the achievement for hiding in a corner, not moving for like 5 minutes or something like that.
Oh, what the fuck!
It was like the easiest achievement I've ever gotten. I think it's worth 0 gamer score.
No, it must be. Fuck.
Or 10. I don't know. No, Master Chief Collection has like really just stupid achievements.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They just added a bunch of shit.
There's just so many.
Oh.
Because I think you originally it was 1,000 gamer score per game, and then they just started throwing more achievements and everything.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to see how many achievements are in that game.
I mean, I think it gets to the point where it stops being special if they just keep adding shit.
Yeah.
Like,
right
that's
now.
the whole thing about achievements. It felt good when you finally got them or played the game since they become less common.
Yeah. So when the game first came out, the base game had 400 achievements worth 4,000 gamer score. And I'm assuming that's because it was Halo 1, 2, 3, 4. I think on launch it was just the first 4. Now it has 700 achievements worth 7,000 gamer score.
Oh, okay.
That's another 300 achievements in 7 DLC packs.
They added Reach. Is ODST part of it as well?
Yeah, ODST. Or no, is ODST part of it? Let me do it.
Well, it's called the Master Chief Collection, and why would 2 games that Master Chief is not in be on the collection?
Because they just want to. No, it was something about like because it hadn't been ported to Xbox One yet, so they just released it.
Right.
Oh, that's stupid. It's ODST is only 990 gamer score because they added a 10 gamer score achievement with a title update.
Oh, okay.
That's fucking stupid.
Go. Yeah.
God, I remember the days.
The thing that disappointed me in ODST, and I get why they did this because Master Chief wasn't in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have the famous Halo theme in the final like driving kind of mission.
Oh, you mean like Halo? Like the mission Halo?
The best part to me of any Halo game is when you have a Warthog mission and the Halo main theme plays. Like that's like goosebump raising shit. Yeah, like it fucking
so you mean like the first 3 Halo games?
Yeah, and Halo 4 they didn't use it. It was very disappointing they didn't use it in Halo 4.
Did they even use
some good songs?
Did they even really use the Halo music? Wasn't it like a whole new like original sound
composer? Yeah, new composer, new soundtrack. There was one good song in like the spaceship level. There was a really good song they used in that level that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it was forgettable. I listened to the Halo score a lot, but I never listened to the Halo 4 score.
It was like Bungie was just like, here's the Halo nameplate, just fucking figure it out.
Yeah, they redesigned all the. Everyone was mad when Halo 4 came out because they changed the gun sounds to be like actual like real life gun sounds instead of like sci-fi kind of effects.
I thought it was weird when I first played Halo 4. It could have just been like my dumbass brain or how I'm remembering it. I feel like Master Chief looks taller.
Yeah, Master Chief is a little. He was a little more hulking in that game. Now I actually really like Halo 4 a lot. I like that they gave Master Chief more character in the story. Like he got to talk more, because Master Chief never really talked when you were playing the game, like when you were actually playing it. But then all of a sudden, Master Chief was talking while you were playing the game. You're like, okay, this is new. But I like it. It gave him a little more character, you know.
How do you feel that the main like part of the story in Halo is implemented in Windows 10?
Cortana.
Yeah,
I don't really like that.
that's
It's kind of weird.
stupidest thing.
Yeah, Cortana's annoying on Windows anyway.
I
Just
disable it
that shit
immediately.
right away. Yeah. Well, it was annoying when I worked at the pawn shop. Every time you reformat a laptop, it would just be like, "I'm Cortana" or whatever the fuck it says.
Yeah, and it talks to you
want me
for a
change your
while.
settings? Yeah. And you just like, oh, you instantly, first thing you do is mute that shit. But no, I like Halo 4. The multiplayer was a lot different, obviously. Maybe a little more like Call of Duty because you had loadouts and the gameplay was a little faster, but
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun playing it anyway. It was really easy to get to max level, though. In Halo Reach, you had to grind the fuck out of that game. Like, it got to the point where you couldn't even see your thing move after a match anymore because it was just it was going so slow. Like, I think I got to Mystic in the game.
I'm so happy
Or
I never
Mythic,
played.
but
I'm happy I never played Halo multiplayer that much. Like Halo 3, I think I did some grinding for levels, but other than that, like,
Halo 3 had interesting levels, like because you would have like the ranked games like Lone Wolves and stuff where your level could go down if you start like sucking. If you lose a bunch of games, your level will go down and you'll play with lower level players. So that's kind of skill based matchmaking is really interesting. So if you had a high level, it means that you're actually really good at the game, not just you played it a lot.
yeah.
You know,
My
so
friends
kind of mattered more.
like people that I worked with, they would just always, whenever we'd play Halo, they're just like, "Yeah, we're playing ranked Halo." I'm like, "Fuck," because
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really got major amounts of ranks of any
It was
other Halo.
intense. Like when I played Lone Wolves a lot in Halo 3, it was pretty intense for me to try to keep my rank up.
Lone Wolf was fun because it was like, since I wasn't talking to my team, I didn't have to communicate anyways.
Yeah, it was a really good free for all mode. But like I never played Halo 3. Well, I played the game before, but I never had an Xbox in the prime of Halo 3, so I never got to really experience the game.
My brother got the Xbox 360 bundled with Halo 3.
In 2007.
Yeah. Way back in the day.
Well, I think we said before, but Halo 3 is easily the biggest game launch I've ever witnessed ever, and I think it will stay that way. Just in terms of being such an event that everyone knew about, you know?
I didn't even know about it. I didn't really know much about Halo when that came out. The most Halo I played was I played Halo 2 on my cousin's like original Xbox, and I just liked the dual SMGs, and I would just run around with them.
Well, I guess it's just my friends and stuff were talking about it more, and there's a lot of videos I remember, like the Halo 3 hoedown from the time, and just a lot of general excitement about the game.
I think
before it came out.
I think when that came out, I was somewhat of a PlayStation kid. I had a PS2.
Well, yeah, I was on PS2 as well because I didn't have an Xbox. So Halo was always like a play it at a friend's house kind of game.
I don't think I ever really like talked to people about video games for a long time. I just like I would just play single player games a lot. Like, I played a fuck ton of Tony Hawk's Project 8.
Yeah, like Tony Hawk is a game from like our time that I never played at all. But everyone else is like super loved it and can talk about it forever.
Oh, I love Tony Hawk. Well, if I played it now, no, it's probably a pile of shit, but
I don't know.
Well, compared to now, like there's more realistic skate by EA. It's more like intuitive, like you get to actually control. It's not just kind of button mashing for tricks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like a big part of the Tony Hawk games, just from what I've heard, is just the soundtrack, really.
Mm-hmm.
You go to like all these punk songs on YouTube and people in the comments will be like, "Oh, Tony Hawk, bro."
Have you ever heard that song, I Like Dirt?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I can't play it, but basically the song is literally just like, I like dirt, and dirt likes me.
Oh god.
It was on a DS version of Tony Hawk, and I fucking loved that song. Let's see if I can find the lyrics for it.
I like dirt, and dirt likes me. Well, at least someone likes him. Who's it by?
There's no way this is it. No.
Oh,
I was like, it's not Red Hot Chili Peppers. Fucking 100% not.
God.
It's by the Thunderlords.
Okay, obscure band.
Yeah, it's like I like dirt and dirt likes me. I like the mud stuck in my teeth.
What?
It's literally
What's he doing?
I don't know. Like this song's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But like this is how short of a song it is. You can see the lyrics. There are 3.
Okay.
What are they called?
Verses.
They kind of repeat it
love
a
it.
bit, but like
I love on Genius when people put like the meaning to the lyrics, like,
love
and you
it.
can highlight it. Like, what does it say? Like, how is it?
dirt and
How's it
mud are
written up?
used as euphemism for a woman's clitoris. Oh,
Oh,
fuck! All right, well
Really?
that ruined it.
does that ruin your childhood?
In this part, he says the worm enjoys the dirt just.
Oh.
Oh.
Now it's kind of obvious. I actually thought he was being literal though. I was literally about to make fun of Genius for having obvious meanings, but now we learned what the song's actual about, so it came in handy.
Fuck, that just ruined it for me. I'm done.
Like, you've seen some of those stupid videos that they make where they'll have like some just like shitty
I
SoundCloud
love
rapper who
those.
tries to explain their vapid lyrics.
Those are funny. I love those.
They're really
When they have
ridiculous.
no actual singing talent, like it's all post and
Yeah.
they sing
just like
they just have to sing it like what's the term for it?
acapella.
Acapella with
Yeah.
it's just like this is
Even
horrible.
like Joji, like when he tries to explain his lyrics, like they're so basic. Like, why would you have to?
Because
It's weird to.
aren't his lyrics
Mhm.
just like I made cringy content, now I'm a sad boy.
Pretty much, like they're just basic. Like the whole point of his music isn't about the lyrics, and I don't even really think his music is anything special personally.
Wow,
Like,
hater.
I don't know. Like when he first started making it, I was like, okay, this will probably be kind of cool, but I'm just not into it. You know,
What's with YouTubers and music?
they usually always suck at it.
Well, it's not.
YouTubers who started doing something else and then turned to music, not YouTubers
It's-
who always did music.
I don't know how many of these YouTubers I'll name off that you'll know, but do you know like Vanoss Gaming and all that stuff?
Vaguely, but not in terms of watching the videos, but just knowing the name.
Yeah, he now has his Twitter. I think it's literally more personalized, or he has 2 separate ones. And there's people who have no idea that he is like Vanoss Gaming. He's just known as Evan because he does music now.
Oh,
He does music. There was the Minecraft dude. Sky does Minecraft. He became Net Nobody. That went very well. I feel like you would know C Nanners.
yeah, he's a Call of Duty guy.
Yeah,
Right?
he actually just came back after a 2-year hiatus.
To do music.
No, he said he picked up music in his time off
Oh.
as one of the things he was learning. It's like I don't know. I guess it's just I guess with like copyright stuff, I guess you kind of have to have your own music for it. But
I guess they're just trying to find something else to do. But yeah, I just find anytime a YouTuber goes to music, I mean, like, you know, Joji, like in Filthy Frank, the Pink Guy albums were pretty great. Like they're pretty funny, and the songs are still pretty funny and amusing now. You know?
I like Top Ramen.
Yeah, like it's all pretty music. I never really liked the music videos, but the songs themselves, like Pink Season was like an hour long, and there had so many crazy songs in there, like Gays for Trump,
Yeah.
and High School Sucks, like the Blink 182 kind of parody and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember all of them right now, but it is still pretty funny. But that's why, I mean, obviously his Joji thing is entirely different, and you can't even remotely compare it. But that's why that is so boring to me, you know?
Yeah.
When you go from that to that, it's just like, okay, I guess he has his fans with that though, so it's just not me.
Yeah, and it kind of like I don't want to say it blew him up more because he was already pretty big, but it helped him reach an even like wider
Different
audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is Vanoss Gaming's other Twitter. Where it's like, and I forget what this guy's face is, so I would see people like retweeting him every once in a while, and I'm like, I have no fucking clue who this guy is. Like, until like, this was just the best thing.
Oh.
That's what he turned into. Is just some like holding guns with toilet
Yeah.
paper. I don't know.
Okay.
That's something I saw
Fair
tweeted
enough.
out, and I was just like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. It's weird.
YouTubers
One
and
thing I
music.
realize about YouTubers is that in this era, we're really seeing the decline of all like the big like Gen X guys
Mm-hmm.
who used to make videos a lot, like Boogie and Nostalgia Critic, and
Boogie died a long time ago.
oh, a long time ago, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But just like you really realize how all these guys usually end up like decaying, or they end up like having like combating their fan base and just all
Yeah.
this kind of shit, like
Well,
different sensibilities.
Boogie was catching a lot of stuff because like there were all the videos made about him saying like, all he really does is kind of like inadvertently,
Pretend to be nice.
well, inadvertently also like beg for money.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a
Yeah.
lot with Boogie for sure. And I used to like his videos. Like in 2011, I liked his videos where he would just talk normally like,
Mhm.
about life and stuff like that. But yeah, just seeing all that, it's like, oh, okay. It's just interesting. Like, there's a lot of channels like that. Like, and it's like the Gen X kind
Yeah.
of guys. Like,
And
they're all. It's all like over for them, and they're just trying to cling on to YouTube as a career still.
Well, and a lot of them,
you know?
it's like you can go to those channels that were big like 4 years ago. More, this is more towards the gaming side of it. Those channels now they pull in like, if they're lucky, they can sometimes hit like 100,000 views.
Yeah.
But it's because they're like all in on like streaming because that's just the new.
They got to find a new platform.
People like live content for whatever reason.
Yeah, and like it's interesting. Like, did you ever watch the Nostalgia Critic before?
Maybe like once or twice.
Because like I used to love the Nostalgia Critic as much as I like the AVGN, and I used to watch like sometimes I'd like just marathon all his videos, and
Oh, it's on
I
channel.
watch
Awesome.
I watch his Star Wars Christmas special video. I still watch it every year because I still do love that video.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just interesting now. Like he's kept doing the same shit, and his reviews just gotten way shittier, full of skits and stuff. And he got a lot of attention when he made a really bad review of Pink Floyd's The Wall, and a lot of people made videos on that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just weird now when you watch his old videos, how it just seems so cringy now because of how a lot of humor and sensibility has changed. And even just when you grow up and suddenly a guy yelling and talking in high voice isn't as funny anymore.
Yeah. That's the
You
big
know?
thing is like you look back on stuff you think was so funny before and it was like because your sense of humor was like different. Like
oh yeah, like
mine is 100%. It was like fucking just stupid. Like shit I found funny
Yeah.
before I do not find funny now.
well, there's some stuff that I still get a laugh at, but yeah, like Nostalgia Critic, like there'll be like rewatching his videos, like there'll be a good joke here or there, but like he's one of those guys who, you know how people used to put a lot of like movie clips, like, and it would be like the movie clip responding to them talking,
Yeah.
like a lot of that kind of humor that just is very cringy, you know,
Mm-hmm.
when it just kind of cuts like that kind of stuff in, and yeah, watching all those videos, it's just a different sensibility. And then when you watch his new videos, it's even worse. It's like, oh god,
Part of me just feels
why
like
why are you still doing this?
part of me just feels like viral content is just everything now, and that kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, it is.
I don't want to watch
No.
nothing but vlogs and viral, like I'm gonna go punch some dude in the face for no reason
Yeah, of all
videos.
the clickbait kind of things.
Mhm.
Even guys like Mr. Beast, I don't like.
I-
all that kind of shit.
I don't like to say that I don't like stuff like that because it's like, I mean, yeah, I could care less for it, but it's like they got the market. Like,
Yeah, I mean it's a different viewer base, so
Mhm.
there's people who like those kind of videos, and that's why I wouldn't say like, oh, it's fucking this garbage ass shit. It's just it's not stuff that I like personally, you know.
I've been really like, I think I've talked about it already. I've been really like enjoying Call of Duty Zombies again, playing it myself, and then just watching people who are actually good at it play.
Yeah,
I feel like some parts of the zombies community is just like untouched. They're still like this. People
Oh,
upload
really?
as long as the content's like not just them playing regular zombies. It
yeah,
this one dude Tim Hansen that I watch, he He easily pulls in over 1 million views on every video, and I think he's
And
like 700K subs.
does he do like the more recent COD games, or will he play like World at War and Black Ops and stuff?
He is exclusively Treyarch Zombies. He's done actually a couple.
Really?
He just uploaded his second video today playing Infinite Warfare Zombies.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll go to his YouTube channel.
And is this just some like weird, more niche community?
It must be because again, it's not like 1 million views in a week, but like over time, his videos just gain so many views.
Yeah, like if people want to watch zombies, they go to this guy kind of thing.
He did this series where he did every zombies map. So he'd play everything from World at War, everything from Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, 3, 4, except for like remakes, because who really cares to see Nocturne Toten 3 times?
Yeah.
He'd do that doing like, so this one's wall gun challenge. You can only buy like guns off the wall. He does the one box challenge, so you get one spin on the box. I don't know. I highly recommend Tim Hansen. Just as it's something to kind of put on and let
Your
play.
background.
Yeah. Unless the only one I would say not as background is his Easter egg videos, because it is
They're
a
more
lot of
interesting.
it's not because it's just the Easter eggs. They've been done before. It's just like him and his three other friends literally just like.
Oh, you mean videos that you wouldn't recommend watching at all?
Well, no, they're not for me. But
yeah,
if you want to, because I like just putting stuff on and not paying attention.
Yeah. Okay.
These videos are just like 4 people literally just constantly making jokes while they do an Easter egg.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes,
He does a couple series with some of his with one of his friends, and they're like borderline racist.
Oh.
In 2020, borderline racist.
Yeah, not even just like clearly a joke. Like, are they just more explicit?
Well, it's still like a joke, but like they make Trump jokes and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, okay.
I highly recommend Tim Hansen because
Tim Hansen,
he's funny.
I just linked something random that I haven't really found much this week, but I found this guy. He's called Father Roderick.
Okay.
For Roderick, and he does masses for geeks. So he does like, he's literally like a father. He does like a straight up mass, but he'll talk about like how the Force ghosts in Star Wars are like religious, and how Anakin appeared as a Force ghost because he redeemed himself, just like how you can redeem yourself.
Wait, this is live content? Oh my god!
Yeah, he does live stream masses, and he relates it to like just like pop culture stuff. Like I guess this one's about The Simpsons.
In this video, do you have any time frame where I could put like a 5-second clip of it?
No, not quite. I mean, if you skipped him talking, you can probably hear him talk about Star Wars or The Simpsons.
Let me just pick a spot.
Apostles during the Last Supper. He says, "Isn't eternal life that they know you?"
Probably not there.
Completely close to God.
That's just...
So what happens if you die in that situation, in under those circumstances? Is God gonna,
So from how I'm understanding is he just kind of like relates pop culture and religion.
Yeah, I didn't watch a whole lot, but I don't know how, I don't remember how I found this guy, but I was just like, what the fuck?
Like, what? Does it sound super preachy, or is it like?
I don't know. It's just weird. Like, he's just like, church guy, which is not something I would watch anyway.
Yeah.
But just, I guess he's just finding these connections.
Are you trying to say you're like anti-religion?
I'm not anti-religion. I'm not religious nor anti-religious. I just don't care. I'm not. I'm not hardcore atheist or anything.
Do you have any form of belief, sir? Are you like an agnostic kind of person where you're like, yeah, there's probably something, but I don't really care to think about it?
I think the world can never be understood, and there's a lot more going on than we can ever know. But I wouldn't. I don't know. I just don't think about it. I never questioned it. Even when I was a kid, and I would lay in bed at night and think what happens when you die, I would just shut off my brain. I would just be like, don't think about it. Don't think about it. And I just stop myself from thinking about it. Like, I never wanted to think about stuff like that. Questions like about existence and stuff like that. And I think for some people, those big questions when you have religion, it's just a nice answer to stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Going to a Catholic school like really put religion off for me because they were very like first off
Catholic,
but first off it was forced religion class.
Yeah, and Catholic is just being way more about like shaming you and guilting you and stuff like that. That's not cool.
It's real nice though to be able to ask the question. I'm not anti-religious. I just like being an asshole. You ask the question, if God created people, who created God?
Oh, okay, yeah. Some crazy shit like that. Yeah. Like I definitely like. I mean, again, I wouldn't change. Like, I'd much rather go to, like, I wouldn't want to go to public school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
I mean, for people who don't understand, technically, Catholic school is still a public school.
Yeah, it's not a private school.
It's just to clarify that because some people might hear that and go like private school.
Yeah, Catholic school, like the Catholic school board.
Yeah,
but it's not a private school at all.
Yeah,
no.
Public Catholic school.
Public Catholic school. That's an interesting way of
still
putting
Catholic
it, yeah.
school in our area is still like a cult though.
Yeah, I guess so. Because like I went to public school from JK to grade 6, and I think public school seems more rougher, or at least the one I went to wasn't as well funded as the high school we went to.
I went,
you know, like the funding wasn't there.
I think I was in public school till I think it was grade 3. Then the school shut down, and we were just like, my parents were just like, yeah, this school's close, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had the choice of which high school I went to. I could have chosen to not go to a Catholic one, but like,
it was just a better option.
Well, and there were more people that I knew going to that school.
Yeah, that's just it too.
Fuck, what a terrible decision that was. Now I still have to talk to you after all these years. God.
Yeah, fuck. Only could have been doing this podcast with someone else.
Could have just not been doing this.
With a public school kid.
I could have been a regular kid doing sports ball.
You could have been doing some sports.
Even though
say you're doing this podcast.
Even though I did sports through high school.
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly. Whatever. Technicalities.
I haven't.
But
yeah.
What's that?
I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. No,
fuck religion. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, so edgy. Such a deep comment to say. What was I gonna say?
I don't care how non-religious I am. I'm allowed to say "see you in hell, fuckers."
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But
yeah, so I'll see you in hell, motherfucker.
Oh yes, rewatching South Park. Okay, so I got to season 5 now.
Okay, you're past where I got to, so I don't really remember much.
Season 4 starts off super good, but it kind of drops in quality a bit for me by the end.
Mm-hmm.
Season 5, like it starts getting more ridiculous, and the format changes. Like they changed it up a lot to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
And Scott Tenorman Must Die is a famous episode, but I don't actually really like it that much because it makes Cartman into like a psycho, and it takes away from, like, in the first seasons Cartman just seems like a whiny kid, and he actually seems like he's actually genuinely like a kid.
Is that the one where he sells him pubic hair? Like he just shaves his fucking balls or whatever?
Yeah, the kid sells Cartman pubic hair, and then Cartman ends up feeding him his dead parents and like chili and shit.
Yeah.
And just like, well, okay, what the fuck? Like, I get that it's just supposed to be ridiculous and like ha ha ha, but it's just like, even though it's Cartman, and Cartman is always supposed to be this piece of shit character, but it's like at that point it just seems a little too silly to me. I don't know.
It turned from being just like yeah, he was kind of like, he did some kind of fucked up things for being,
but he was always just a kid.
Yeah. For being in like what, I think they're like grade 3 up until season 4.
Yeah, they were 8, and then by the time you get to season 5, they turn 9.
Yeah, so literally like they're not even 10 years old, and he kind of does some fucked up shit. Yeah, whatever. But then he feeds a kid his parents. Like,
yeah, and they don't, like, I thought it was a joke, and I thought they'd just be like, haha, plot twist, but they just don't say anything. Yeah. They just leave it at that. Like, yeah, he just fed the kid his parents, and he talked about cutting the parents up and shit, and it's just like,
up
I mean, I
until
get
that point, they're kind of slowly putting their foot down on the pedal, and then all of a sudden that episode they threw a brick on the gas pedal and jumped out of the car.
Yeah, and I get that it's South Park. You're not supposed to take it that seriously, but just to me, it just takes away like from what the show had before in terms of, I want to call them grounded characters, but just not that insane. I don't know.
Well, and
That's what
there's nothing
I prefer
else.
the vibe of the first 3
Yeah,
seasons.
there's nothing really else about that too, isn't it? It's just kind of like that episode happens and then whatever.
Yeah, and then that's it. They just keep going. I mean, I'm sure they bring it up again later.
Mm-hmm. It's probably like a little side joke, though. I don't think.
Yeah, like, because I found when you rewatch South Park, you realize that they do reference other episodes a lot. Like they'll bring up events that happen in previous episodes and stuff.
I never understood it when I first watched like South Park, the whole thing of the infinite Kennys. Like,
oh,
I
okay.
never understood that episode,
Yeah.
and it's just like when I rewatched it recently, I was just like, oh,
Yeah, kind of explains things a little more.
yeah.
And the one thing when I first watched South Park 9 years ago, besides because I watched the Christmas episodes, but when I watched other episodes besides the Mr. Hanky episode, everybody had what?
Howdy ho.
Everyone built up Tally as a legendary character.
Are you telling me you hate Tally?
No, but people always quoted like, "Want to get high?" And don't forget to bring a towel. Like people just always quote.
That's all he brings to the show, and it's amazing.
He has 2 lines basically.
Yeah.
And when I watched the episode, it was just like, what the fuck? It's about like these people manufacturing the smart towel, like the most advanced towel, and then the American government. Like it's so insane. And it's kind of funny, but I was just like, "This is Tally, really?"
What's the one
Because
episode
he's
where
just-
they're dangling over the vat of acid or whatever, and the dude's trying to get
and that's in the episode.
He's
yeah.
trying to get
And
Tally to let
the
go.
Jack Towel is trying to get him to let go by just giving him a joint, and he's like, "Well, I can just do both." And he just stretches and smokes the joint.
Oh, that's so fucking stupid.
I mean, it's kind of like Tally is funny, but like he's literally just one joke.
Yeah, and it's I don't know, like I really liked that when I watched it growing up. I was like, fuck yeah, Tally.
I mean, it is funny. Like, you want to get high? You know, like it's classic. It's definitely he's definitely one of the most memorable characters in South Park. But
No, we don't want to get
I was just like,
high.
that's Tally. But the classic episode of season 5 is the post 9/11 episode with Osama bin Laden. That is just like only South Park could have done that episode.
Is that where
9/11.
Is that where Cartman does Cartman kill Bin Laden?
Well, he kind of does, but then like a soldier comes up and just shoots him in the head. When Cartman fights him like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah, that's what it
Like
is.
there's a part where like Cartman's like, "Oh, it's 5:30, time to pray," and he rolls out the mat, and then he just whacks him with like a big hammer.
Yeah, doesn't he
And
like
then-
dress
and then-
them all up like an American or just like American flags and
Uncle Sam. Yeah.
and they shoot him.
And then he takes his pants off, Osama's pants off, and they have to use like 6 microscopes to see like his tiny dick.
Oh yeah.
But there's just so many jokes in that episode. They're like, oh my god. And even to have the scene where like the Afghan kids burn the American flag, like, you know, after 9/11, like they could just get away with anything at that point.
It's because
Like,
that
it's such-
episode was in the name of America.
Yeah, it is weird. Like there's jokes about like, look at this fucked up shit America's doing, but then there's also like some patriotism in the episode
Yeah.
because it's like South Park. You know, they're never on just one side of the issue. You know.
No, they try to play middle ground.
Yeah, and that's what they do in that episode. So it's very interesting to watch that episode today. And just to see, it's totally like a time capsule and a look into like that time, you know?
I've never really seen many like shows that do that just kind of like even in the later seasons they're pretty like balls to the wall with some like some issues at the time.
Yeah.
More recent I haven't seen, so I can't really comment on it, but like the older stuff
Me
it's like
neither.
whatever was happening at the time, the creators are just like, yeah, whatever, like fuck it, this happened 2 weeks ago, fuck it, let's
Well,
just
I
make
guess
an episode.
that's what's good about them making the episodes like a week or so before they aired, so it was
Yeah.
fresh. so everything would be like boom.
Come on down to
But,
South Park. Oh fuck! I just messed that up. See if you
Man,
can unwind.
I mean, it was kind of funny when they changed the opening to be like this like remix style.
Oh,
kind
for
of
the
thing.
4th grade.
But it was also just like you missed the original kind of
Yeah.
shitty opening.
I wasn't a fan of it, except for the only part I like in the 4th grade one is you get to hear the when Cartman tried to figure out who his dad was.
Oh, the Wish Side.
Yeah.
That was a funny episode where Cartman thinks that he's a bunch of different ethnicities when he's trying to figure out who his dad is.
Don't they just flip it that his mom was his dad?
Yeah, I thought that was stupid.
'Cause-
I didn't like that episode.
But then doesn't it leave the
Like-
question of who's his mom?
well, no, his mom's a hermaphrodite. So the idea is that she impregnated herself. And I thought that
It
was
just
like a
doesn't make-
stupid cop out.
I feel like it is. Like they did 2
Like,
episodes
They couldn't think
for
of a
it.
good answer. Yeah, it was
Or-
a 2-parter. They couldn't think of a good answer, so they just were like hermaphrodite.
But it was a 2-parter that the first part was the second last episode of the season. The last episode was that Terrence and Phillip episode. And then you had
Yeah,
to wait
and
till
then-
season 2 for it.
yeah, like imagine watching it at the time.
Oh
Yeah,
my-
you got to wait so long.
But that's so much
in
fucking
between.
time that they had to like make
Just a
something
f-
good.
And then they just came up with that, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, it was so boring.
I feel like they did like they probably knew it in part 1 that it was just going to be that.
Oh, yeah, they just wanted to do something like that, like, because I mean, it does take you by surprise. It like subverts your expectations.
Yeah.
You're expecting them to say any of those characters, and they go with that, and you're just like, what the fuck?
The whole backstory thing too is funny where they're doing like she says she slept with one guy and then that guy says she ended up sleeping with someone else because
And the next guy, yeah,
yeah, it's the chief, and then the chief said she saw a chef or whatever,
yeah.
and Garrison was part of it, and
And then I just love
Randy I
that-
think is part of it.
I don't remember.
One of the other
But
dads
Yeah, then
is.
you have Cartman when he thinks that Chef's his dad showing up with like the Flavor Flav clock on him and stuff,
Oh fuck!
just trying to look like a black kid, and Chef's just like, what the fuck?
Doesn't he like try and dress up as like a native? Doesn't he have like
Yeah,
he has like the feather hat or whatever,
something like that. Yeah,
and he changes his name.
yeah, and one joke I loved in the Osama episode was when they have to send Afghan kids like $1 each. So, and then it cuts to Afghanistan. You have like the counterparts to the South Park characters, and the kids see their city being bombed. Everything is just being destroyed by American planes, and then they get $1 in the mail, and they look at their dollar. Well, they see all the destruction around them. You know, I thought that was a really clever little bit, like stuff like that. You know, it's very clever. There's a lot.
There's
Just
still
South Park is
South Park
very
episodes. There's from newer seasons. I guess by newer I still mean like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, because I remember hearing about some in like grade 12.
Yeah.
Like there's the one where Randy says that they're being pussies in football, and he's like, "Why don't they just run around with little bras and tinfoil hats all day?" And they're like, "Oh, that sounds amazing, but who will coach it?" And he's just like sarcastic, like, "I'll fucking do it, whatever." So he becomes the coach of literally just like the sissy football league, and
Oh,
there's
that's
the
right,
side
yeah.
story of Butter's magical goo, and he's got his closet full of cum jars.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had a
Well,
closet
Kent and
full
I,
of
they had
cum jars.
a lot of memorable ideas.
Moses and God.
Yeah.
I feel.
But yeah, it's been fun to rewatch.
Yeah.
That's true.
Why don't you watch something new?
Nah, I'm good.
How about you watch something like some kind of soap opera? Why don't you watch Days of Our
Yeah, I'm
Lives?
Gonna catch up with Young and Restless. You know.
Oh,
the
yeah.
plot's really so good.
I remember my mom watching a lot of Young and the Restless.
Oh yeah, I mean it was a show that my mom would just like skip through, but just always want to kind of see what the big events were, but never actually care to like watch it for real. You know.
Now my mom just watches EastEnders.
I don't even know.
Or
what
no,
that
or is it Coronation Street? It's just one of the British shows.
Coronation Street?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's famous.
EastEnders and Coronation Street are just two British shows.
Yeah.
God blimey, mate.
Uh-oh.
I spilt my tea.
It's blimey time.
Blimey time. Hey, yo, girl, you ready to get
Sounds-
fucking blimey tonight?
That does sound like it could be something you're about to get blimeyed, boy. Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
Speaking of British
bad.
people, Daniel Radcliffe. Good actor. Not in Harry
Sure.
Potter, though.
I haven't seen any movies he's been in.
God, Mikey's mentioned it before on the podcast, but Swiss Army Man.
Oh,
You
for fuck's
have
sake.
to watch. No, okay. When Mikey told me about it and he gave me like the general premise of it, I thought it was gonna be a stupid movie, and I watched it. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not a spoiler. It's just like the start of the movie. The dude goes to the main guy goes to hang himself with his belt because he's trapped on an island, and all of a sudden a body washes up on shore, and I can't remember what happened, but he starts farting, and so basically he puts the body is Daniel Radcliffe. He puts him on his stomach and kind of like grabs his thigh and an arm or both his arms, and basically rides him like a farting jet ski.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's such a stupid movie, but it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that does sound kind of funny.
You,
It's the unfortunate part.
you have to watch it. I would say it's in my
Maybe.
top 5 movies.
What?
It's not a good movie. I just thought it was funny.
Fair enough. You know, sometimes you get some crazy choices in the top 5.
In my top 5, I have movies that people would not even want in their top 5. I have Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
It's it's National Treasure, Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage.
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
It's like the parents go, for whatever reason, there's some disease where the parents go crazy and they try and kill only their kids.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember you told me about that.
And there's
Yeah, okay.
a scene with he's cutting a door with a sawzall, and he literally just goes, "It's called a sawzall because it saws all."
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
such
the
a
funniest thing
bad
ever.
movie. It's honestly, it's a shitty movie, but it's funny. I don't know if it was like because I was drunk when I watched it. I don't know.
Maybe.
It was a good
My
movie.
top 5 movies. Like, okay. If I was to count my top 5, let's just say I'm going to say just original trilogy Star Wars is number 1 instead of like the 3 movies, you know?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And then Transformers 1986, The Godfather, Fubar, and see, the next one's hard. It's like Napoleon Dynamite, Rocky.
Napoleon Dynamite's top 10 for
Like,
me.
Yeah, when I think about it, it has to be Napoleon Dynamite, like that, because I just think about how many times I watched that movie and how it's always funny.
Vote for Pedro. Vote for Pedro. Vote for me.
It's like, yeah, it's classic. It has to be. It has to be top 5 for sure.
Are you drinking? What is it? Are you drinking 2% because you think you're fat? 'Cause you can be drinking
Yeah.
whole milk if you want.
There's one small scene in the movie where Napoleon drinks juice out of the container, but
Oh, is that where he does like
he
the
gra-
fast
he
swig?
grabs it. He grabs it. Yeah, he just does like a, and it's such a relatable scene that I was just like, I just love it. It's such a small scene that you wouldn't even think to like clip, but it's just so funny to me the way he just like drinks it like an absolute beast out of the container.
You're just mad because I've been talking to babes online all day.
Yeah.
What was it
Some
La
shit.
Fonda?
La Fonda. Yeah.
I
Oh,
fucking
I do love that movie so much.
yeah, that movie's in my top 10.
It's one of those like one-time magic kind of movies, like that there can never be another movie like it because it's its own kind of vibe.
So you put the Star Wars trilogy in there for yours?
Number one.
For yours?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely number 1.
I don't know if it's in top 5 for me or not, but I have to sound like Mikey, and Lord of the Rings trilogy is in my top 10.
Fair enough.
It's a good,
But
good
yeah,
movie.
I think when it's like a trilogy, you just got to put the whole trilogy, you know? You can't just put one, and then it's kind of weird if you put just all 3 as different entries. Like, you just got to, boom, trilogy.
Yeah.
Easiest way to do it.
I would put the first couple Harry Potter movies in my top 10. If I was able to mash movies together, I would put some of the Harry Potter movies in my top 10.
Yeah, but not all of them. 'Cause
No.
you didn't. Do you not like?
Not
Do you
all
not
of
like
them.
some of the early movies, or do you not like some of the later movies?
The first movie's kind of because it's kind of like setting up the story, and it's just, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Yeah. Okay.
The last movie, the last two, I guess technically, because it's part 1 and 2. They're okay movies. It's just I felt like they stretched out way too much, but that's also because they had to stretch out so much because that last book is a fucking Bible.
Right.
Because I have all the original books, like the ones with the weird cover
Covers?
art. Yeah.
Oh, I distinctly remember the one at the flying blue car.
Mm-hmm. I have them somewhere in my closet. I put them on a shelf in like January.
Yeah.
But I remember going to the Deathly Hallows book release. I was there.
Oh shit, you were there.
Was not a huge fan of well, no, I guess I was. I liked the books. The books were pretty good.
Yeah.
But we went there and some dude in a pink bathrobe got the first copy. And he runs to the front door and he goes, "I got the first copy." And he opens the book to very clearly just an empty back page, because on hardcovers where they have just like the empty back part where it's all stitched together. He opens to that where everyone can see that he's not on a page, and he goes, "Harry dies," and he runs out the door.
Oh, okay.
But he's in a fucking
Very funny.
there's people like in legit, like they got the robes and everything, and then this dude is the first person in a pink bathrobe. I was like, are you fucking
What the
serious?
fuck? I thought it was bad when people go to. Well, okay. I think it's bad when people go to the grocery store in their pajamas. But the other week, I saw a lady wearing a onesie in the grocery store, and I was like, okay, in our current year of 2020, like, fair enough.
I would feel more normal seeing someone in like full cosplay doing their groceries versus someone in their pajamas.
But like a full onesie, that was just
that's
like,
weird.
Okay, like why are you leaving the house wearing that? Like, I don't know. I mean, live your life, but like,
you're telling me though, like late at night, I got some, like I just decide I want to go get some food from the grocery store, and I'm wearing some like plaid pajama pants. I'm not allowed to.
that's okay.
I feel like that's kind of normal.
Like, yeah, like that. Sometimes it's just like
that might just be
man.
normal in our area. I don't know.
I don't actually know. I've never heard anyone talk about that.
Everyone
besides
else in
us.
Canada goes to the grocery store in a suit and tie.
Suit and tie, full ass. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. People at Walmart, like, it just goes to show. Well, that's Walmart, though.
Even Walmart here, like locally, does not compare to some of the shit you see in like the States.
No, absolutely not. Not even close.
Walmart is just weird people. And that's not saying if you shop at Walmart, you're weird, because I shop at Walmart. So
Yeah, no, it's just
I don't buy clothes at
Yeah.
Walmart, but
people of Walmart. Like I said, in what year? 2011. My idea of a great night: Doritos, ginger ale, an album like Paul Stanley's '78 solo album or Highway to
Mhm.
Hell, and peopleofwalmart.com. That was my idea of a great night.
2011.
like
When would that have been? Would that have been like grade 10 ish?
grade 10, yeah.
So for
Grade nine,
me,
grade 10.
it would be Mikey and one of our other friends sending me r/gore links all night.
Oh, what a great night.
Mikey got me super into r/gore. Like I wasn't.
Oh fuck.
It wasn't that it made me queasy. I just didn't really like looking at gore. Mikey
Yeah.
would just send me so much stuff, or like a couple of our other friends would just send me so much stuff that now just gore is so normalized to me. I watch a horror movie
I still
and
can't.
I watched Jigsaw, like the newest Saw movie. I enjoyed that entire movie. And I don't know if that makes me like sound like a sociopathic person or something.
Was there a lot of like crazy scenes in the movie?
Not crazy scenes, but like the dude's in a fucking like grain silo and the grain starts coming over and then blades and shit start falling into.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's still some horror movies for me, like Friday the 13th, like when the guy gets the arrow in the neck. Like I'll watch that and I'm like, I don't like it.
Isn't that like the poorly done one where you can kind of see it shaking in his hand or whatever?
Yeah, like it's a practical effect. Well, he's laying in bed and Jason's mom puts it through the bed, through the pillow. Spoiler alert.
Wow, come on! I was gonna watch that movie tonight.
She puts it like through the pillow and then up through his neck, basically, like from under the bed. And that scene is like,
nothing will be Jason
then there's
X.
like Jason X. Yes, the face smashing scene. Or the sleeping bag.
The sleeping bag is a good one.
Or the robot girl getting nipples.
Yeah. There's the guy, or no, the girl getting sucked through the air vent there's like a hole blown in it and it starts depressurizing and sucking things through, and one of the floor grates hits it and then the girl hits it and she gets sucked through the floor grate.
I don't remember.
It's such a just kind of sick scene because it's just she gets slapped through it and then it's just like a little piece of skin flapping because she just got ripped right through it.
What a stupid movie,
Jason X is so bad.
Yeah, I watched it once and I'm good to never watch it again.
I kind of popped in halfway through it. I think my dad was watching it on the movie network.
Ooh, okay.
When having the movie network was cool.
Yeah.
You know what movie's in my top 5?
What?
Tenacious D: Pick a Destiny.
Oh God.
Okay, no, because this saying movie network made me think of this. It was on every night. Same time every night.
It's ingrained for you. You just watch it so many times.
That's why I know like all the songs from that movie is because I would watch it every night.
Yeah, like fair enough. It makes sense.
Like, why are my top 5 movies just bad? Like they're not good movies.
Well, it's just what you enjoy watching, man. You don't gotta have fancy things on there.
It's the thing that I can admit they're bad movies.
That's what I like. I like when people's movie list is actually kind of interesting. Like it has good, interesting choices and stuff. Not just because it's a real good movie.
Simpsons movie top 10.
Because cinematography amazing, directing also good.
Simpsons movie top 10.
Simpsons movie.
Man, I enjoyed that movie. I got that movie for Christmas the year it came out, and I watched it twice on Christmas.
Fair enough.
I like when Marge is talking about how Homer never listens, and he's got the monkey with cymbals playing in his head. I don't
even remember that scene.
Really? It's just after or it's just before where she goes like, she makes a comment about Spider-Pig, and he goes, "He's not Spider-Pig anymore. He's Harry Plopper."
Oh, was there a scene where Homer said he has balls of steel or something?
I think so, and he gets hit in the nuts.
Yeah, because he's like trying to climb like that fucking dome or something, and he falls or whatever. I don't remember.
Yeah, there's like, no, isn't it like when, because they got away and they're out in like Alaska or something?
Yeah, and then they give you like the ha, it's the end of the movie. Just kidding.
There's the
fake out.
what is it, Cletus? I once lost in tic-tac-toe to a chicken.
Oh,
Cletus gets like
Simpsons
outplayed.
Movie. I haven't seen it enough to remember the scenes.
I remember too much of that movie.
The SpongeBob movie is probably my top 10 though.
SpongeBob movie, yeah.
Fucking perfect movie.
Now that we're men, we can go
We can do anything.
Or
I change my underwear.
what is it when he's showing his Goofy Goober underwear and he runs away, trips and falls, and then the princess is there and he's like, "Did you see my underwear? Did you want to see it?
Did you like
it?
it?
Yeah, did you like it?"
Yeah. And then what did you say? Like, oh, he was like, "You're hot."
The David
Just right explicit.
David Hasselhoff's good in that too.
Yeah.
Need a hand?
Pecs.
Who are you? I am David Hasselhoff.
That was the first time I ever saw David Hasselhoff. Probably the first time that a lot of people our age saw David Hasselhoff
Yeah.
was in that movie. Actually,
Puts him in between his
think about
puts him in between his pecs and fires them down.
it. Yeah. It's a fucking classic movie, man.
Fuck.
And like Borat's definitely very high
Borat.
on my list as well.
My name is Borat.
Just a good fucking movie, man.
You can't get this. You can't get this. One day he got out.
A lot of comedies
he got
because
beat.
like comedies are the movies that you can rewatch and enjoy the most.
Mhm.
You know, like yeah, there's a lot of like technically really good movies that I love, like Taxi Driver and Apocalypse Now and Deer Hunter and Heat, but I love those movies, but they're not as pure enjoyable as a comedy and not as pure rewatchable as a comedy.
How about
you know?
how about Crank? With is it Crank? The one with Jason Statham.
I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah. So he's an assassin for hire. He gets injected with a serum and he has to keep his adrenaline levels high or else he dies.
Oh, that's
And-
why they have a Call of Duty game mode called Crank.
I can show this video preview, but I can't actually show the video. He hooks up to a car battery, puts like one of the clamps on his nipple and the other one on his tongue, and gets him to
Oh god.
start the car.
Oh no.
That's to keep his adrenaline up. He gets himself just wired.
What year is that movie from?
2006.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Rented that from Video Network back in the day.
Hell yeah, bro.
Well, I mean, I didn't rent it, but
It was rented, and you watched a rented copy.
yeah. I remember seeing Triple X one time when I went to my friend's house, and he had it playing on his satellite TV
Hell yeah.
because I didn't have satellite.
I saw it.
Okay, rich kid.
Yeah, but I told you about that. It wasn't that. It was.
I don't care. You had satellite. You're a rich kid.
Yeah, it was a satellite, but you know.
Now you're. What's the level of like having satellite now?
Oh
Is
god.
it like
I don't know.
having all having like Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, and everything?
What nowadays is
It's
it-
having like all
the-
of them.
The
Having
equivalent is
all
all the streaming services.
like
I
man,
guess so.
man. If he wants to watch Disney Plus, he can. If he wants to watch Netflix, he can. I only get Netflix.
Man, or you can just like torrent it, and then you can
Whoa,
watch anything you want to.
That's illegal.
Uh-oh.
Are-
What did I say?
Are you trying to say to do illegal things on the
I'm
internet?
just saying, if you want to watch a show, you should watch it, regardless of how you can find it.
Popcorntime.app. What? Huh?
I'm just saying, man. You want to watch something, fucking
Yeah,
watch
but
that shit.
definitely don't go to Popcorn Time and don't download that app. That's
Don't do it.
bad. That's illegal.
Don't do it.
Don't do that. I definitely didn't
Don't,
watch.
stop.
I definitely didn't watch Gran Torino on Popcorn Time.
You did that. Why would you do that? You did not.
No, no, I watched it legally.
Yeah, don't
Is-
do it.
Is it even really illegal to watch? Because technically,
I
if
don't
you aren't downloading it, like if you're only
It's just file share.
yeah, as long as you're not the one hosting it, technically it's not illegal.
Yeah, there's something like that.
But
about
your
it, I think.
ISP can. I found this out a long time ago. I not from personal experience because I just kind of found it on the internet. If you don't use a VPN and your ISP gets enough complaints about it, you can get a letter from your ISP and they can just drop you
Oh, fair
because of I don't know because they can get like DMCA claim.
Yeah. Well, I remember like a long time ago, like almost 10 years ago, there was a news story about like they just targeted some random lady who downloaded a bunch of songs and they hit her with like all these like legal fees and stuff to pay.
Yeah.
And like it looks like they just targeted one random person, you know?
Well, and they would
Like-
they would
and they're
scare
like, "Ha,
people
ha, ha.
because people are
You downloaded Welcome to the Jungle, time to pay $2,000 or some
yeah,
shit like
and
that, you know?
and people would pay it because they didn't understand that all they had to do was hire a lawyer.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know.
Because even if like they had somewhat of a case against you, all you had to do was hire a lawyer, and most of the time they would just drop it. They just go like, "Yeah, never mind."
Oh, yeah, most likely. Yeah. It's crazy shit.
We want to wrap it up there, make it a nice little short, just over an hour.
Nice little burrito.
Hour and 10 minutes actually. Actually, no. I guess with what
Yeah.
gets cut out, it's gonna be like an hour and 5. But
Actually, given that huge rant you went on in the middle, it's probably only going to be about 20 minutes, man.
that huge rant, what?
Yeah, man, you went on that crazy rant that you should probably cut
Oh,
off.
that one about white people.
don't
Yeah, you know that
Yeah.
one.
The one about the Dutch.
Oh, that one about where I Dutch oven myself.
You Dutch oven Dutch people.
Whoa, that's a hate.
Oh,
That's a hate crime.
oops.
Do the Dutch people acknowledge that we call farting under a
They
blanket
call it a
and
Dutch
putting it over
oven.
someone's head as a Dutch oven?
I don't
do
know,
Dutch
man.
people know that?
They probably do.
I think Dutch people
Do
go.
they
Do you think
exist?
Dutch people go? I'm gonna American oven you. I'm gonna English
Yeah.
oven.
Man, imagine American people when they find out that Irish people actually exist and it's not just their heritage. Wouldn't
Hey,
that be
you have
crazy?
red hair. You must be Irish. I hate that comment.
I guess so. It's just an automatic assumption.
Yes.
Scottish people don't exist.
True.
Confirmed.
So I don't exist.
Sorry, man.
All right. Well, that is it for
All right, everyone.
episode
On that note,
19.
19 and nonstop.
Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow us on anything else. Leave a review and we'll talk about it. We'll call you mean things.
Like poop.
Yeah, we'll say, yeah, poo poo head.
Ding dong.
Yeah. All right, I'm Devin. That's Curtis.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Pizza ovens are an inside job.